This year, ECG just announced its rules by which a pastor can actually find himself getting fired, or the rules of conduct for 2024. Some of the rules, maybe they are adding to the ones that they had previously. But in this particular list that we're going to be reading, we're going to be looking at the rules that were released, particularly labeled for things. So, I got a leak. I got a leak. Now, I'm going to label this particular one, okay? We're not going to waste any time. We're just going to go straight into the rules that they are actually listing out. Now, you guys tell me in the comment section, okay? I'll say rule number 1. How high do you rate it for a cult? From the scale of 1 all the way up until 10. Now, I'm going to list them out. So, you'll tell me down in the comment section on the basis of what you hear, how high you rate it for a cult mentality or for something that just sounds a little bit off. It's the Rick's Reality Show with your daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time over here, do be sure to check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm going to check you out over there. Now, let's go straight into rule number 1. We are not going to be wasting any time. So as I showed that the rules are a little bit lengthy, okay? They're a little bit lengthy, but we are only going to focus on a few of the ones that you see over there. Now, number 1, okay, so rule number 1, you will put it down and then you will rate it. Ne? Now, rule number 1 that I thought was a bit, okay, that's an interesting one, but I don't understand how that's relevant for the ministry of Christ. Now, rule number 1, it's this one right here. In ECG, they are saying daddy's pulpit, okay? Dad's pulpit, please, okay? You have to address it properly. It's dad. Dad's pulpit that he uses is an electronic one. It has a touch screen computer, a microphone, and all branches must start ordering one. All branches, quotation mark. All branches are required to order this pulpit. It's an electronic. Okay, we are modern people. Never mind that doesn't affect how the ministration of the word goes. But you are all branches, whether you have money, you are big, it's a small church, it's what? I repeat, all branches must start ordering the pulpit. And he did not mention the cost, okay? All orders must be done through Apostle so and so and the director of the stewards. Okay, so now we are clear. If there's a certain person, which means the pricing will be the same. Now, only God knows how much that cost is going to be. But there is a that just cult mentality. What if a branch is too small to afford this digital screened what with a microphone like a podium for politicians in the parliament? You know, even politicians, they need taxpayers' money. Now, what money are you guys going to be using in order to? Hey, you know what? If people want to be over there, let the man-dems do what they please. That's rule number 1 that I thought was. So please rate it down in the comment section. On the scale of 1, why is it an obligation? Okay. Then they go on. They want to grow physically, spiritually. Leaders are supposed to have. Every single leader must have a home cell. So grow the home cell so that you can grow the church. Everybody, they must have. All pastors must have the devotion thingy that they do, and they go on about how fasting and whatnot. The second rule that I thought was quite an interesting one. It's over there. And it says, Papa spoke. Let me see. Papa spoke a lengthy about Prophet TB Joshua. Even in his grave, he's been attacked by his disciples. We, as sons of and daughters of Major One, must never follow this bad example. Okay, don't be there busy speaking otherwise, contrary to how we have a narrative. No, you are obligated to keep a certain tone, okay? But it has consequences if you don't. Read, it says, as an example, we must not trust anyone. Either is dad going to trust anyone? Anyone might backstab him, so don't trust anybody in the church. There is a direct number that will be made available this Sunday. So Big Brother is watching if you're over there busy talking bad. Okay? So that number they must call, and it will be made available Sunday and Monday. And any steward or pastor speak ill of Major One and the prophetess must be reported through that particular line, and once reported, the culprit will automatically be dismissed from ECG. There will no longer be, there won't be a hearing or anything. This is direct. Just put it straight up. On the scale of 1 to 10, rule number 2 that is put forward for you guys here. What do you guys think of that particular rule? I thought it was interesting that there is no form of skepticism that you could bring. For people that keep saying, yeah, why did you, when you are skeptic of them, did you tell them? There is no question you could ask this man them. They've decided you believe them, or they kick you out. You couldn't ask questions. So if you're over there thinking, yeah, we're going to ask questions, no, it's not a possible one. Okay? Rule number 3, that for me was like cult level here. We are dealing with cult level. Now, rule number 3, you can see it over there. Dad took time to emphasize on this issue, backstabbing him, okay? His secret agents will be deployed throughout the branch. What? Y'all are okay. He has secret agents that have been deployed throughout the branches worldwide. The effort. He's not focused on build. No. His goal is to make sure nobody's speaking contrary to him. Secret agents will be deployed throughout the branches, okay, worldwide, to make sure all bad apples are flown out, and only true sons and daughters will remain, meaning the people that are properly brainwashed. Okay, let me interpret it for you. Okay, and then it says, if you are bad mouthing Bushiri and his wife, and you will automatically cease to be a pastor or a steward in thingy. That's an interesting one. On a scale of 1 up until rule number 3, how high do you rate it? This is a big issue with these people. You couldn't question them for anything. So that's rule number 3 that I thought was quite an interesting one. Now, rule number 4, I don't know, man. Rule number 4 is it's as cult gets, in my view. This is what rule number 4 says. Papa banned all steward, pastors, Levites, and members from attending his services in all churches. In all churches, they will. That is not ECG. So you are not a person who's not ECG could not think it. So you couldn't even go in to listen in. Even if you're a pastor or what, they actually go on to actually mention that in this particular thing, to say that if you're a pastor or something, not allowed. Okay? So not a family member can come and listen in or attend any preaching that will be allowed. Neither can you, as a Levite or another man, you cannot invite another man of God from another church or come. Listen to this part here. It says the Jesus Nation, okay, ECG, to come and preach on the pulpit of Major One you attend or preach at another church. So you are not allowed, first of all, you're not allowed to invite a preacher from another church to come preach at ECG at Major One's pulpit, not in Malawi, the branch that you are managing, that you are growing, you're not allowed to invite a pastor from outside. Neither are you to preach at another pulpit. Should anything of such a thing, okay, wait. If you read there, right there, it says once you attend or preach in another church, dad gets wind of it, because remember, Mandem has people deployed, busy misbehaving, listening to other pastors teaching the truth. You'll be dealt with likewise. It says if daddy catches wind of it, and where is that? Where am I? It is an automatic dismissal, and he will release you from on the prophetic channel and his newly found love. Your newly found love. So ECG is your newly found love. It's not God's. When the Bible talks about your first love, oh no. ECG is your first love, and so you will be released from thinking. Interesting. Now going further there. Okay, you'll not be allowed into ECG's church or you to attend or things. So you're not to attend any other church or listen to thingy. Go in peace and serve in a new church. Daddy spoke at a lengthy on the issue of double dipping, and so basically people that are in and out. He is not taking this lightly. If one is not comfortable with the anointing upon Major One, they must leave rather than pretend to be loyal to him. The issue of TB Joshua persecution, here they go on about that. And so the BBC documentary kind of made the man them to really think long and hard about how people are supposed to behave in church. Now, on that same note, he then does mention this here, right? He then mentions this here. He says, after this whole TB Joshua thing, he says he has come to wake up. It's a wake-up call to all generals of God. This mingling and mixing of other churches up and loyalty of leaders, church doctrine differs. Henceforth, every church member is his brother's keeper. Make sure no son or daughter of Major One misbehaves by attending or preaching elsewhere. Azalwan, on the scale, once you are fired, you will not be allowed to. You will not be allowed back into the church. Azalwan, on the scale of 1 to rule number 4, how high do you rate it? You're not allowed to listen to another man of God. You are not allowed to go to another church. You are not allowed to preach at another church. You are not allowed to preach anywhere else. You're not allowed to listen to anybody else. That's pretty cult-like to me. Cannot dictate. I remember seeing that in a church that I was in when we were doing our theological studies there, and I bought a book, and the leader took the book. No, can't read that one. Took the book. I bought the book, and he took it. I can't tell you what was in that book. All I had seen was just a few things that I was like, I'm interested in reading that. Took the book. I can't tell till date. I can't tell you what was in that book. Why? Because the leader had decided, you know what? Abo poison, they cannot come out here and be listening to people either than himself. You can't be so great that you think you cover all topics. There are people that know other topics more than you. And so, why that rule? That's pretty cult-like to me. Why are you obligated to buy a digital pulpit? What if your branch can't afford it? Why has what happened to TB Joshua been called persecution? It's been called backstabbing. And so, if you question at any level, must be reported, there will not be a hearing. So forget that you're a pastor for as long as you've been there. Unfair dismissal. That's what they're going for. What are you hearing in all these rules? Church, are you hearing, Paul, you hear Paul emphasizing, have those that have us as an example. He says that. Paul says, have those that have us as an example, meaning you must have the example of what the apostles did or they were like, and then use that to the people that you are following. No, here you are being told, no, you have no right to question whether they are like the apostles, that they keep up a high standard of moral upright. No, you have no right to be questioning that. Otherwise, you are dismissed. It's not that you're teaching false doctrine. No, the fact that you are questioning. How dare you listen? How dare you give an ear? God forbid they find out that you are watching church reality check. Please clear your watch history. You heard he's deploying. What church focuses itself on deploying spies? Like, what part of church policy is this? That a church literally has spies. And you think you are in church? Wake up, man. You can keep defending it all you want. There's no aspect, people that are in abusive relationships, sometimes they need to be shaken back. Hey, that's not reality. My pastor can't question how I preach on my platform. Now, he can question the doctrine and say, Ricky, no, we don't do that. That's not biblical. Definitely. Okay? Yes, most definitely. But he can't say, no, you can't preach. You shouldn't preach. You shouldn't dictate that. No, you are listening to who? No. You are reading whose book? No. We don't do that. But only when you're in a cult. That makes sense. When you're in a cult, this makes sense. It's the Sexuality Show, the daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time, to be sure to check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comments. I thought this was quite a wild one. So y'all tell me what your thoughts are and rate this particular rules, all 4 of them. What you think? There were other rules there, but I focused on this 4 because I thought this one, they paint a picture. People don't know if they're in a toxic relationship. You literally have to say, like, hey, that's not normal for church, right? I can question the leader and say, you know what, I don't think that's biblical. Hey, sir, I don't know. What do you think about that? What biblical reference do you have for that? I can question that. Paul did that to Peter. But here, nope. It's tricky. Hey, people will submit to anything.